welcome to the program. It is a show where they come to you live from the Society for Ready Democracy 98.1 FM. And same way today on the internet on www.readydemocracy.sl. Me na Karifa to concert where they bring the program come to you. Like all time inside the program, we get plenty news, information, and entertainment. So do it with me for the next 1 hour. Inside the program today, we will talk about the ECOWAS Media Summit 2026, assessing Sierra Leone progress in economic, social, and political integration. And members say yourself can be part of the program by way of sending comments or text message to the number 077981981 or self you go now Ready Democracy Facebook page. The program now media show, and inside the program now we will introduce you studio guests them when Ambassador Mohamed Lamin Sherif in the National Secretary General for the National Union of Civil Society Activists in Sierra Leone. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Karifatu. Good afternoon to all unions out there.
Okay, and now we come to the other studio guests. We are Ibrahim Soyi Dumbia, and the Executive Director of the League of Democracy Advocates. As he served there so today for talk about the ECOWAS Media Summit 2026. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, thank you for having me.
Okay, we'll now continue for the routine at the program. Inside the program now, we'll look at the first issue. The Director of Policy and Partnership now the Office of the Ombudsman, Abdullahi Senesi Esquire, don't say part of the office vision now for 2026. Now for begin work and districts them where they're not there so that they will look inside concern the way people get what government office them, now the location them. Abdullahi Senesi talk this inside one interview with Ready Democracy when they give updates to the public about the work where the Office of the Ombudsman don't they do for impact administrative justice na salon. And talk more to reporter Jaffa Mans Davis inside this interview.
The Office of the Ombudsman are one of the institutions and where government create for promoting democracy, good governance, and the rule of law in Salon. So this office in work now for look inside complain them where people then they make where they not glad about the way how government office, government workman, and government place them treat them. So basically we work now for investigate complaints of injustices caused by maladministration.
Yes. So how this institution they do for affect on our objective?
Well, this institution, they receive the complaint free. We know they take money and nobody in hand. Where you can make complaint, we they look inside it, then we they determine and fairly in view of the law. Then where we don't investigate the complaint, we they send them to the people them with recommendations for let them solve them. If they not agree, solve them. If we can't complain to an agency, we take them to the MD. If the MD not solve them, or the GM, can go to the minister. If the minister not able to solve them, we push them to the president. If the president not look inside, we can't go to parliament.
Look at as an office, how many cases one can deal with, how much cases them one get as backlog, and how much one they solve?
Well, we annual threshold per case plus minus, where they are around 500. It can pass 500, go 700, 750. Then we can make sure say we conclude 90% of them with cases in the before the year they turn. The approach what they use we call it the cooperative approach, where they try for get the people them for resolve the matter other than for antagonize them. Where you can complain to winner in private with the deal with your matter, we try for solve them.
We not get any backlog?
We can get backlogs. Now the backlog of cases where we can get. Now after where we don't investigate, we don't come out with a recommendation, then we talk say, well, let them do this, then the institution, they drag foot for them. And then on the only side and we can make the case they take. Or some institutions then they delay for respond to we queries where we can don't send to them say we get this complaint against una respond to them. So then delay then they cause backlog. But other than that, there is no complaint where the Canaway office we will know they take action on them. Now even when we tell you say this complaint not fall under we mandate in itself now an action, and you must get a way out of the problem.
So how will they protect people them way knock you one for let their name be heard upon a case, and also how also they make sure say possibly go lay complain no get another injustice because the way you complain go lay in no say another person there.
Well, if you can't complain and then begin do you things them because you can't complain. Then thing then they go amount to an obstruction. Because waiting then they basically the other person they do now for prevent the ombudsman for lay doing your work. The ombudsman in real work now for solve problems. If you try for solve problem, then you go back and create more problem. Then you are just being obstructive. In that case, it can sometimes amount to criminal offense. So and the law say then go charge you and they go find you wanting. If they find you guilty, you go jail or you pay fine. But generally, on the side of a witness protection, if you not interfere with the witness, when we they go inside for solve the case, we they go there with the aim for resolve them, not for create more problem. So we usually not they expect say the person they get a recourse for come back and be vindictive because we not a criminal agency. We not they go for go charge you, go court. We not they go for go pull you na you work. We not they go for go punish you.
So with this, for 2026, what's the vision of this office?
We vision of we reach out to as many people as possible. One, through public education. Two, we able to get physical presence na the districts and most we know they. Because currently we only get physical presence na Bo, Kenema, Makin, Freetown, and Port Loko. So we don't get presence na the other district them. So we aim na we here to get physical presence. And whilst we look out for physical presence, we try for go na then communities then they a periodic visits for let them also serve benefit from we services.
This office get the money for implementing anything in it?
But we did look out, we not get the money. We get a lot like any other government institution. We self get budgetary constraint, but I make we not only sit down, we dey look out, we dey do projects right now, we dey approach development partners for let them help. We dey in talks with government for let them increase we funding so that we go able to do some of them things here what we don't plan for do.
Okay, with this, what is the message to the public?
We dey tell the public say if you feel aggrieved, you get anything with them on you against within and do na government workplace or government work man not take the law on you and approach the ombudsman and make a complaint. Be rest assured that we will look inside your complaint and we will find way for solver.
Director of Policy and Partnership na the Office of the Ombudsman Abdullahi Senesi Esquire be the talk na interview day with the reporter Jafferman Davis Hussein say part of the office in vision now for 2026 now for begin work on the streets then where they know they so that then go look inside concern them where people get but government office then at the location them. The program now made a show and it come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As I be going to introduce my studio guests them. And today inside the program we talk about ECOWAS Media Summit 2026. The USAI then get for assess the Salon progress in economic, social and political integration. So now they start with you, Ambassador Mohamed Lamin Sherif. So now that the ECOWAS Media Summit don't end na Salon, what are your overall assessment towards this end of the outcome of this summit?
Thank you very much, Australians out there. First of all, I want to take the opportunity and the way for appreciate the leadership of Radio Democracy and also the staff out there. For we as a civil society in this country, we development partners, and also we complement the effort of government. So this is key thing in this country. Forever, we not ever host this a good thing to the president, to the people of this country, for host the ECOWAS summit, the 1969 mid-national summit. I think for say this now one of the good things for we as Sierra Leoneans. But we as a civil society, sometimes we are looking at the mixed feeling of Sierra Leoneans them across the country. The mixed feeling to the mindset of Sierra Leoneans them, we get few one we outline. One, we look at the tenure of ECOWAS chairman. Two, we look at the cost of $68 hosting ECOWAS in this country. Number three, we look at the new international conference center in Lungi, which is cost $124 million, which is very huge. Yeah. And another one, we look at the smooth leadership, transition, which take place during that day on the 19th to the president of Senegal, Diomaye Faye. I think this is now one of the things we there for assess and see how best we talk about the progress about the summit will take place in a saloon.
Okay, so you mentioned different things. Let's look at the first one where you just mentioned.
Okay. So now we are looking at the tenure of ECOWAS chairmanship. We get mixed feelings. For the past weeks, Abidina, Kono, Kam Makini, Magbuka, Kam Isaiton. So, even Freetown and even beyond, to some people who don't understand how they can host the ECOWAS, because now we are looking at Sierra Leoneans, them, also all people that they inform. And when we get about government, historical things like this ever take place in a saloon, I think for say the sensitization get for be great, for so that the layman or the na the village, they understand for CS. This
But to be see different engagements then where them they do on for sake of this ECOWAS.
yeah,
where them
yeah,
get
it's not
support.
enough. It's not enough. I'm telling you.
So what
Karifatu,
in
it's
government
not-
for don't do?
No, well, they need for go district to district, because this is the first opportunity for we as Sierra Leoneans and to the president of this country for get this opportunity for host ECOWAS. So this is not one of the things. So now we are looking at the tenure of ECOWAS, whilst we look at the 19, His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio hand over the mantle to the president of Senegalese. So some of the people they get a mixed feeling for say, I think for say this time around, now Maada Bio forget the second term. But knowing that this leadership they can give them, now one term they can give them. Only one president na able succeed in 2 terms. One na Ghana president, who then call President Nana Akufo-Addo. Yes, now concessions for the leader they make. Yeah, now only in gets that mandate day. But all of the leaders them now only one term. But this mixed feeling take place that for say, oh, they don't can pull the leadership to President Bio. No. So now one term. So we look at another one, which is the cost of the $86 million for host this thing. It's very huge. Looking
So
at
you not think say that you know what it?
no, it's what is, but we are looking at the challenges that people are going on in this country. Yeah, the challenges is huge. Yeah, so now we are looking at this thing. People are talking different things, but yet now we host the ECOWAS, and if we give them huge money like this, I think for say yes, in other way is good, in other way it's not good. But we are looking at those mixed feeling of the mindset of Sierra Leoneans them, because when we are talking as civil society, we are talking for the people and also complement the efforts of the government. So this is not the thing. And when we look at another thing back, another sectors, we then talk about the new international conference centers in Lunge, the total cost, which is $124 million, Karifatu. It's very huge. $124 million. You know what they mean? For what's the health the sectors, what's the educational, strengthen educational and strengthen the health sectors, strengthen the infrastructural. Yeah, we are not saying that hosting, building the new center, international center is bad. No, but we as civil society, we are look at sometimes checking government how they are spending, how they spend the resources. So we look at for say yes, this new conference, it's good for Sierra Leoneans them, yeah. But we are looking at another things, how the thing they reflect to the ordinary people out there. So if the centers, just a centers located at Lunge, cost $124 million. This is a question for we as a civil society and also to the vulnerable people. So we got another one where we see, we saw the smooth leadership transition to the Senegalese president, which creates so many mixed feelings from the mindset of politicians, the one they wouldn't understand, the one they don't understand, because they get information from them supporter for saying, after we now we. You get me? So now that they will be the get after we away, knowing that the leadership is only 1 year, provided concessions. If the leadership I mean the ECOWAS leaders them, where they don't come on the 19th, the whole starting day,
Okay.
if they get that conscientious day, I think for say they able to give another second time to with President Ona Dr. Julius Maada Bio. But extremely we give kudos the president for set up the center. But the question here is the money is very huge, $124 million.
Okay,
for
continue for the between the program in name na Ambassador Mohamed Lamin Sheif in the National Secretary General for the National Union of Civil Society Organization Activists na Salon. And we come to the other studio guests when Ibrahim Soyi Dumbuya in the Executive Director for the League of Democracy Advocates. So from the League of Democracy Advocates point of view, how you go assess the ECOWAS mid-year summit we just done at Salon?
Yeah, thank you. I think firstly, we get to appreciate them. Because it is part of democracy, and Sierra Leone is subscriber to the ECOWAS. By virtue of that, there are statutory entitlements, responsibilities, and mandates upon which a member state can patronize or participate with. But I will start with I will basically start with the pre, meaning before the summit. We look at what it entails. People need to understand this. That firstly, it is not statutorily mandated that a country must host a summit. This is within the policy, the legal, and the regulatory framework of ECOWAS. Meaning, not to compulsory for a country host them. Secondly, people need to understand.
But we don't see other country than the host them.
I will give you an example of country backward on decline. So let we go. And people also need to understand that when you host ECOWAS summits, according to the framework of ECOWAS, are the country responsible for the infrastructure and the logistics. Now, it is incumbent on the host country. Now you ask me, you talk about other countries and non the host. It is as of choice. It is not mandated. Togo, for the host in February, they declined because of political instability and economic crisis. So now a choice, not to like say it is compulsory. When you go to the regulatory, you go to the strategic framework of ECOWAS, you know. I had been participant of ECOWAS activities and I have benefited from ECOWAS training, so I understand exactly what I'm saying. And now, let us look at the choice we make for host time. Let us look at the consequential effect it will have on our economy. My brother stated about 124 million. Yes, of course, but that's not for the infrastructure alone. The expenses is more than 124 million. I will challenge anybody. Because if you go through or you listen carefully, the government speakers, they are specifically kinging this 124 million to the infrastructure. Questions have not been asked about what about the logistics expenses. So I will tell you, government spent up to $160 million in this particular thing. Because that 124 million go through the...
So that's not your estimate?
That I'm an estimate. Because why they estimate that? Go through the architectural design and go through the bidding process. That 124 million is just for the infrastructure. So take one part of the logistics. How much if you say the logistic will cost? It's a funny thing, for provide security, for provide housing facility, I mean whether guest house or hotel as the case may be. You okay? Food in and all. Just check through and then you will understand. The host country is not responsible for transportation. And in the out of it. So now let us look at it. Okay, I come back again to the 124 million. Let's take the 124 million for God's sake. Spending 124 million at this initial time when Sierra Leone face with economic crisis. when Salone the face with several amenities which are basic, where Sierra Leoneans don't forget access to and for be affordable. One, electricity. How much you need for let we get a stable electricity? According to the budget of waiting left for letting down Bumbuna, it's not up to $80 million. That simply means, and according to the project of Bumbuna, if Bumbuna is totally finished and done, Salone, the tendency for let Salone get blackouts now 1%, meaning we get stable electricity. Or but like assume we not take and say for go down Bumbuna, the car power ship the electricity will make that money they able buy car power ship in the left. Go and check the cost of car power ship. And also, let us take it in this way again. Them feeder roads the way they get problem. Let them road they also the Sina Brookfields, New Englandville, Wilberforce, all them feeder roads there. That money, if they make the feeder roads, if they give you stable economy. And mark you, Sierra Leone is living, we are tagged under economic review by the IMF. When they put a country under extended credit facilities, they talk about economic review. You can check that. And in economic review, the other name, which is the economic term for economic review, now austerity. Now austerity. Words and phrases are very synonymous. If you don't use this, you don't use this. That simply means IMF. Now I make IMF tell we say we not for subsidize. Now I make IMF tell we say we for cut down on our expenses. He say we for cut down on our expenses. And when you check austerity, now where you cut down on your expenses, now where you withdraw from subsidies, now where you maximize your revenue, then you minimize your expenses. Now that's the austerity. So now the same way with the economic review, now made them put Salone under the extended credit facilities in the IMF. Simply means Sierra Leone is facing an economic crisis. So for that we take $124 million first for build a structure for host the ECOWAS summit, where Dande for don't cure a lot of problems now this country. Okay,
So
then
you
we
dey
go.
say President Bill for don't decline not for host this summit na Salone?
If I don't decline, all we assume say he want for host this ECOWAS summit. What about all the facilities them? What in do City Council? All. You know how many money they spend? Them bill them to international standard. Go and watch. USA will be on the host other international conferences. They've been too money. What about special court today? Now go to the special court room. USA then try the combatants them. USA they even start for begin try Charles Taylor. Go and check. They able for upgrade them. You able use them 3 structures. Then they use City Council, use yonder. You can use here for ministerial, use City Council for the presidential, for the heads of state. You can use Bintumani for social and economic other activities them, because it is segmented. But spending a huge money at this time, the idea of hosting ECOWAS is not a bad idea.
Okay.
But the problem is, one is the economic challenge. It is when we don't take pride for continental prestige as against the domestic well-being of the people. Secondly, let us look at the benefits this thing they count. At this time, Sierra Leone need an emergency and urgency solutions. We don't need a futuristic solution. But I'm not running at my house, but me and my papa will running our house. We angry and tell we say in the next 1 hour, according to the health system, if we not eat, we die. Then papa get 5,000. They don't give him notice na that house day. They don't give him notice that they say the next day for left. Then my papa don't go get other place. Then they say if you not can pay for this place, the other person they can take out. Papa take that money, they go pay for place. He left we. We not eat. So they say in the next 1 hour we die. Then if we die now in the next 1 hour, already transfer go to the house day. Okay. So we careful look at some of them things they are. I mean, if we address issues of this with levity, the economic challenges, it will be very, very serious and very damning. We need to don't consider historical aspect also. Some countries the way host the ECOWAS summit, the economy collapse. When their own economy are then, when you check the digits of the economy are then compared to ours, they were far greater than us. A collapse. What about we now? We get an ambiguous digit in our economy. So we don't need for a fancy, synthetic or cosmetic legacy. We be saying okay for tea. To be honest with you, now, waiting salon need is an urgent issues for cure. The 3 square meals a day. We get even issues about the flagship program, which is the free quality education. There are enormous challenges. That money is not even for still challenges than the way the free quality education, the free quality education they go through. Okay. We get other things them for do. So to us, our position is this. We criticized for host an ECOWAS summit at a material time like this when Salone is facing an economic crisis for take 124 million. We are not against the idea. We also brought in an alternative, say, okay, let's assume we want to do it. There are other facilities for cut down the expenses.
So why will not be come up with this before governments they host this summit?
All of them thing there we don't come up with. Let me tell you something first. This thing, was it debated in parliament? For even for check the excesses? Maybe opposition MPs then they or all are reasonable MPs the way they within SLPP where they think say alone. Maybe for all object or bring come a lot of other guidance. But this decision was just taken within cabinet. And cabinet is not part of governance. We have representation in parliament. So, was your voice heard? They don't listen to you. Because if they listen to you, member of parliament, that you then don't listen to. Media houses, civil society organizations, were they consulted? Even if they are consulted, where some of us, probably because of we are critical, and we the checkmate government, and even opposition the checkmate. So say, well, opposition get program and no call we. The government get program and no call we. Because we always frankly approach the truth. So if we take all them things that we catalog them, we put them, you will find out, say, we really make mistake. And for that mistake, now that we misprioritize.
Okay.
This will not be with priority. Not to aim for we get more time for host ECOWAS summit or any other summit. It does not necessarily mean that it has to be you or it has to be Mr. X or it has, we have more ways. We are still growing in governance. We are still under developing countries. Our economy is still strangling. Pass in a live with an oxygen for let breathe.
Okay, continue for the between the program. And name na Ibrahim Soyi Dumbia, the executive director for League of Democracy Advocates. As today inside the program, it also for talk about ECOWAS Media Summit 2026, assessing Salone progress in economic, social, and political integration. The program na media show and it come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You self can be part of the program by way of send a comment or text message to the number 077981981 or self you go to our Radio Democracy Facebook page. Well, inside the program now we take music break.
Salone the well, yes, not true, but we could never so. If we never so, tell me, who's a way to go? We all know don't say we all turn up the past. Let we make them for the beginning of the month. Hey, no matter who you be, let we make Salone. coming for come together as one. So capital know your feet to travel every day. So make the team in the local limb and every day. Everybody come together every day. Salona we are, una every day. We all know say we all tell them the past. Let we make them for the picking the wound the bombs. Hey, I like it in Australia, you know Salomon. I like it in the USA, you know Salomon. I like it in Germany, you know Salomon. I like it in London, you know Salomon. The beat, the one of bingo. You follow, you know Salomon. Yes, I say, no matter who you be, let me make Salomon. And the beat, no look so you follow, no follow, so you got the foot. And the beat, no matter how you go, let me make Salomon. And the beat, no look so you follow, no follow, so you got the foot. And the beat, my brothers and sisters, when Allah we come together, Allah we build alone. Though we not phone, we and phone food, sit on the loop.
One for say plenty thank you to K-Man for that song they ready for winner the program Lewi Lex Salon. The program now made a show and it come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And where they bring come to now this edition of the program in name na Karifa to Conte. Inside the program we look at another issue. Some time back, some partner the Benevolent Islamic Secondary School na Makeni been born and this be make access to book learning at this school difficult for picking at the school. For second, this make the board chairman for the Benevolent Islamic Secondary School, Dr. Philip John Kanu, don't support the school with 100 bag of cement. Dr. Philip Kanu make this donation where the Old Students Association at this school go turn Dotioba for build back the classroom they will be born. For more on this, make we join with reporter Cherno Jalo.
Part of the Benevolent Islamic Secondary School na Makeni been burned and damaged 6 classrooms, them, the principal in office and serve the exam office. After this incident, the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Conrad Saki, together with his deputy, been working at the school and promised say government could do something for build back the school we born. Almost 1 year now, that promise they still not happen yet. We make the Benevolent Old Students Association decide to get our support for build back this building. For secondary, make the Longoton Doti over for make back the classroom and other facility they are moving well at the school. Abubakar Conte, the president of the Benevolent Old Students Association, he talk more about this their support.
Well, basically, we've been forced launch a fundraising within the membership of the alumni. We will be raised 137,775 loans. We will be used for rehabilitate the former sixth form building and parts of the building Obon, right? After that, we make efforts for run the government for make them help for this big one now Obon. But being that we're not able to get any positive response, we launch other fundraising where we call Let's Rebuild Benevolence. So far, we don't receive 167,000, right? And out of this 167,000, we don't receive. We don't spend about 79,000. We still have a cash in hand. We're about 88,000 loans. So now the projects go on. At the same time, we need more funds because this is a big project, and we go on done before the school will open in September.
Abdul Salam Conte and the principal of the Benevolent Islamic Secondary School, where they talk for this support in say because of them classroom here, we born make picking them, they choke on the other classroom them. But see, even with that, learning they go on well na the school. And this they show according to them by the performance of students them, the external exam them. But it also go before and call on government for support them by the construction of this school.
And the school they deposit outside. No more classes, no more outside even EBK. But throughout Benevolent they always come first. The past last result, entire company, Benevolent come first. This an indicator say the school is doing well. Also looking forward to the promises made by the Ministry of Education.
When self the talk, Dr. Philip John Kanu, who is the board chairman for the board of the Benevolent Islamic Secondary School, in support the work with the go at this school with 100 bags of cement, and use this opportunity for call on people and stakeholders them for more support.
Today, I wish to speak directly to every stakeholder gathered here. The sacrifice has kept this school alive even during difficult times. Continue to encourage your children to value education. Participate actively in school activities and support this reconstruction according to your means. Every contribution, no matter how modest, brings us one step closer to our goal. For our teachers, you are the builders of human capital. Although buildings may collapse, your commitment to educating children has remained steadfast. Continue inspiring your pupils with knowledge, discipline, and integrity. Your dedication gives life to this school, for which most stakeholders has respect for our school.
With the support of Dr. Philip John Kanu, where the sum of 100 bags cement and save the over 100,000, where the old students them able for put together, more still there for do for complete this construction. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me Nachogno Jalo, the report.
The program na media show and it come to live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, I still get my studio guest there when Ambassador Mohamed Lamin Sherif in the National Secretary General from the National Union of Civil Society Activists na Salon. As still inside the program, we talk about ECOWAS Media Summit 2026. Also, they assess Salon progress in economic, social, and political integration. So now let's look at how civil society go ensure say government follow the thing where they promise na this summit.
Well, thank you very much, Karifatu. Just like Otu the deliberator is very good, and my brother who deal with me raised key issues concerning this ECOWAS summit, and we as civil society get the mandate for all government accountable under Section 11, 1991 Constitution. We look at the huge amount of resources what the government puts in the hosting, which is $86 million, and also to 124. That the total is $210 million. Very huge. And we as a civil society, if government before consult we, just like when they consult the cabinet, they take the wrong decision. Because why I say the wrong decision, it's good forget the conference. But we are looking at this time of challenges of the country. We have so many vulnerable people out there. We have so many infrastructures who government not able to accomplish yet. And after that, looking at the Lunge Bridge, who government we don't say yes. I think for say $250 million, if the President Bio before don't start for make the Lunge Bridge. I think for say this now kudos to Ram. Yeah, but we look at the building, don't go tap down Lunge. Even though I know they criticize, na my hometown. Yeah, but we are looking at whose organization know they left freedom for go Lunge for go all meeting. Now the summit is ended. Where did they go sit down there for all meeting? Whose people already go there? So we think for say this money, one government for don't take them for put them as international business center na Lunge, so that they're able to extend the bilateral relationship with another country them. Whether they cannot with country, then get another international business, what they do. But that one is just a conference. And I be suggest what my brother talk, if this money then before take like $86 million, they're gonna be too many conference. They renovate them. Now this will be the thing. They renovate them. And when they renovate them, na good place. We host them. It's not about looking the place gorgeous. No, it's about how the country is moving with the people. You see, you need a host international ECOWAS people then come, they can't take this money or they use this money. The life of the people is deprived. You see, we expect this government for do international business center. Or if you don't do it, maybe they put on the priority they don't set. The 5 game changer, who they don't put. Now we get challenge of race. The Tomabu more than say that they do. We not see them. After that, the light 90s, we not get stable lights. You check so many stations in that. So in a machine they put. I wonder if Radio Democracy, what machine they use. So this is not the thing. And we look at the sectors them. We look at the workers them. They know they pay them well. You see, all these are challenge. We are just trying. You see, if you don't go pay somebody who they work for 30 days, then just go pay 1,500 or 2,000, it don't stop. No, it doesn't. The life is not reflecting. So these are the things we as civil society, if them before consult we be forgiven this advice. Just like what my brother talk. 3 countries they boycott this. In fact, they don't leave. The country them Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. They don't withdraw. Yes, they don't withdraw January 2025. It's not a compulsory. What of us say they can host ECOWAS and we in the detriment of Sierra Leoneans them. Like this money is very huge, $210 million. You see, President Biafra don't start the Lunge Bridge because in time done. Who say President Bio and he don't talk him. And we get for all them accountable because he don't talk him. When President talk, na policy statements.
But we see again, we say President Bio said the Lunge Bridge na just bonus 9B1 give in up put in a manifesto say they be.
No, you not say bonus, so you not say bonus. He saying the bill and before in the go. He saying the bill. So if this government before don't inform
promise.
Yes, this government before don't inform the civil society, inform the journalists. I think for say before don't get the right direction. But look the cabinet where they go pick, including the spokesperson. You see, and the spokesperson in a post, before say no one this countryman go before. You know why this countryman go before. So you don't come up party A, party B. So in just the room about the party them. So if they ask we as a credible civil society, I'm not talking about the one they go and libel, they get their half thing. We as civil society, national union, they ask we across the country will be for non-direct President Bio.
So governments not get engagement to
No get no engagement. In fact, now we the 8th force. Now we the 8th. But we don't care. It is our mandate as a civil society. We know for say government is a continuity. What then time done they come out, or that one come. That is clear. So now the thing is, so look at this $210 million. President Biafra don't start for making.
You attend the summit?
No, I not attend. I be there at the provinces. I be there, Kono. From Kono, I come Obuka to Makini. After Makini.
Next time I get the one.
You see, and two, these governments get one thing. The one they wouldn't want as a civil society, now they go put. And when we don't check at the civil society, then they one, no not competent. Two, no not sabi to address national issues. So we as a national union no sabi address national issues for the people of the country who then can represent, then they call we. Then see we as a antagonists. We are bad people them. So this is the thing. And looking at this thing, I think for we just a waste of resources. When I say waste of resources, look up into money the under $86 million don't do for renovate the thing. The people then come. Not just 1 or 2 days or 3 days, then go back. Now stranger them. We owe them at the country, more we feel the money, the $124 million. So now all this don't go waste. And after that, the frustrating part of it, so don't get the mixed feeling. They said they're supposed to forgive President Bio for the second term. So this is the thing. But the people
second term,
now the head of state, ECOWAS.
But they don't vote him, man. They can't beat him, man.
Okay,
so this is the
thing.
Man, I say hosting can beat him.
Ambassador Mohamed Lamin Sharif, the National Secretary General for the National Union of Civil Society Activists Nasalo. Now we can to Ibrahim Soyi Dumbia, the Executive Director na the League of Democracy Advocates. So now let's look at during this summit, heads of states they may make commitments for promote peace and serve economic gain na the West African region. So how you think but then commitments here so where the heads of states here to be make?
Well, basically, not just something where they come as a surprise, because that's something we a common in the sense that it has been in existence for long. That anytime we ECOWAS get summits, not only ECOWAS, any other international organization, the UN or the AU or what. When they get summits, leaders then can make commitments about the regions, especially now they talk about political stability and talk about issues of economic benefits in the regions. Sometimes commitments they can make, but for achieve them, it's another different ball game all on its own. And some of the commitments the way they make seems to be a collective commitment. Like they are requesting that it has to be collective. But who is ready is another ball game, because quite recently we've seen other countries and them withdraw from the said ECOWAS. So we don't know if whether then collective commitment there, as time passes by, so the other country back go say they don't mix. Other country back will say they don't mix. So if they find out say the effects of the promise, they become declined, they become ineffective. But however, we hope and pray that them promises they are able to benefit the regional countries. But as I say, these are not immediate actions. These are not immediate benefits.
So what about the one who will suicide the former president Anes Baikoma be attend the summit?
Yeah, of course, Anes Koma get right for Kama. All you know say Anes Koma, and I remember, and I leader of the Elders Council na Africa. I want to understand and they say, and Anes Koma a leader of leaders, even within the Elders Council. And the Elders Councils are an associate organs. Well, if you know how to call them organs, let's say an associate organization to that of the ECOWAS, the African Union, and also the United Nations. So by virtue of its status, it is morally acceptable and it is democratically right for making attend the conference. But we see where it come, we see what happen within at the conference all. For us, some of us, we happy because we know say the government get the reasons, even though some other people can get their own different opinions. But let me tell you one thing, it speaks unity to some extent. It speaks unity. And it speaks that Anes Koma self na a statesman. Because why? Anes Koma get the holistic and he get the absolute right for declining invitation for attend. Based on waiting to happen. Imagine a former president was put in a dock. Put in a dock for an allegations associated to treason and misprision. Okay? So Anes Koma bin get the right for say no for come. But he put all, even though all the humiliations, then disrespect then they where then throw at him. Put on a dock as an ordinary man. Magistrate tell us say put your hand behind your back. Okay. He left all the humiliations then they. He left all the embarrassments then they. He put on down. You know what that means? Huh? Then they mean say Anes Koma na really a leader. Because a leader na somebody where you dey compromise public interest because you want things for go before and you dey think about people and not yourself. Because if you're Anes Koma be the think about himself and not for calm. But he think about in presence they communicate that the regional bloc is united and the regional bloc is moving forward. It communicates that he's a peaceful man who is ready for peace and unity. So therefore, he left all them things and they come. So to me, I would say kudos to Anes Koma. And I would say other leaders they need for learn from them kind things than they. Because if not other leader, then some man they say me, country they don't go embarrass me. Now me they go there. Even if they send 100 invitations, you get the right for saying no, I'm not going there because of so and so reason. They can even talk say, my health not okay, I'm not going to go. But however, let we look at other commitments in back we see talk about climate change because this is not a big thing. You know, climate change right now they bring so many environmental disasters them and need for be addressed. You know, and I don't see too much of issues then where they talk about discouragement of coup. I not to see leaders and speak on that aspect the way they talk about coups. How the organizations for put in mechanisms and for actually prevent this coup because now the recent development and right now what happen now in Africa where they take place. So I don't see more of that. But again, the other shocking part of it what we see now say that President Bio was replaced by another person as a chairman inside your host, inside your 124. Well, let me tell you this. It is constitutional and it is statutory within the framework of the ECOWAS that when you term done, by virtue of your leadership, they can give you an extension, conscientiously. Two presidents them. Bola Tinubu get term, a go 2 term. Kofi Addo of Ghana, a go 2 term. You know why? because it was anchored on good quality leadership. If now you would deal with the spokesperson of this summit, because the foreign affairs minister now aim for be the primary spokesperson of this program, because now in the deal with international issues them. He explained that Truth Media talk about and Marabio wants second term. And we all see how Marabio be the fly. For going to other countries there, they're going to lobby for they get the second term. Okay? So the thing is, he needed the second term. But things not go fine. And you know what I mean? That simply means in leadership within the ECOWAS, it failed. It failed. If it was a unique and good leadership, the benefit and the plus ought to have been done for him to have got an extended term. Therefore, don't get back another term. When Kofi Addo be in leadership, in the display of leadership be unique and it was good, then get an extension. Bola Tinubu, then get an extension. So if it be the same in Marabio in own, say in leadership, it be achieve that which is objectively accepted by the ECOWAS, and then see say in leadership being progressive within the regional bloc, and then see say in leadership bring forth that kind of unity, that kind of stability in the region. All them parameters, and then fit say at least Marabio achieve 70%. They don't get. When our president, no one favor talk and say, now because of achieve the 70% desires for the ECOWAS, now make them not get extension. Then give other person say Yusuf can't try. In a pick you born soon, I think you say Yusuf can't try. And he said they can't try. He said if you do well and go get, if you not do well back then they pull out.
So let's look at quickly some message I will don't get now Facebook page. This other one from Lawrence. They say New City Alpha Can and it cost 124 million to build an international conference center. How much will it cost to build a new house or a new building for business in Lunge? To transport building materials to Lunge is expensive because we do not have a Lunge bridge. This other one, same way again from Lawrence, they say Lunge City is a dream. Do we have lights, water, roads, bridge, proper housing, hospital, transport, five-star hotel with a good road that link us to Freetown? No investors need most of these facilities to invest. So quickly now we come for make una wrap up. Waiting at the way forward after this summit here. So.
Yeah, let me just say thanks to the Texas them, and that's one way you last saw. And when they talk about development, one priority in a light, Lunge no get light. Yes, Lunge no get light. So meaning the building just go there, as a statue for now, because the essence of the ECOWAS is done. So now, what's organization they go under, they go get meeting, they left me to money, we before seeing at the shortcut. So that's now number one. And two, me look at this summit. What did them focus on? Number one, they say regional integration. You get me? But still, Guinea they terrorize we. Other country they terrorize another country. So meaning the ECOWAS, what did they talk? They actualize. That's number one. Number two, political and security situation. Look at what they go on in the country. SLPP, APC, no agree. Who then they talk the Bashar Dandi, then they talk the Bashar Dandi. So you don't actualize. So more do you go and quick. We look at terrorism and operationalization of the ECOWAS standby force. Now we talk for say, now we ready for say that other building, that old building, now the standby force they can do. Up to now, actualize.
All airports.
So the thing, all of these things, they focus by the summit, it doesn't work. And the last one, we look at counter-terrorism force. So all of those things cannot work. So we as a civil society, I think we need for all certain people responsible for this action. Because the president also in the take decision. The president now one man know they say this I want to do, but in get a cabinet, in get other people, they advise him. We know they blame this to the president too. We know they blame him. So this now in my own statement. Yeah, and might just take one thing concerning this Attorney General. We tell him kudos, yeah, for invoke 45 under the Criminal Procedure Act. Yeah. But the question here is, we as a civil society they consider number one, prevent a repeat of treason, subversions, and political violence in the future. That now this will they ask the government if they're able to do that. That number two, and to ensure that ordinary Sierra Leoneans accused of minor crime receive the same consideration for justice.
Okay, Ambassador, we go look at the other topic later.
Right.
Another day will not get better time
Right.
again at the program.
Right, thank
Thank you. We join me in name na Ambassador Mohamed Lamin Sherif in the National Secretary General for the National Union of Civil Society Activists na Salon. As we also today for talk about the ECOWAS Media Summit where we just don't host na Salon. So now I come to Ibrahim Soyi. So one thing we be point out now that what party communicated now that for promotes peace and national cohesion. Waiting I advise to government on that for CC we for achieve.
I think government gets a big role for play towards that, and I believe say peace and unity in our salon is really threatened as a result of the political atmosphere of Usai. We all don't become so partisan in anything we do, don't become so highly political. But again, ECOWAS again, as my brother they say, this particular organization has recently don't become so hypocritical towards regional issues, and enough for be so. Imagine somebody overthrow again, when they talk about for discourage coup, overthrow a whole democratic president, allow him back, he resign, they go into election back, send observers and back for going to election, they allow him back, they come back na ECOWAS summit. So it means they are gradually encouraging coups. Yeah, they tell you say you get rights for do coup, but you forget the way they do it, which is bad. So ECOWAS not for be hypocritical, now therefore be the face of peace, unity, and discouragement of coups. For us domestically, I don't need to tell you how the percentage or the magnitude of which we get peace and unity. For peace, I tell you say relatively we get peace. Now I always tell people them say the actual solution for the development or change of government, it is true by the ballot box. Let somebody not stupid you for go do anything bad. No, it don't make any sense. You get the right for votes and you get the right for bring issues as and when it is needed. And we always talk say, make we they cry out, we anger them. But for unity, now this country, I believe Sierra Leone is divided. Regional, tribal, political. Sierra Leone is usually divided. Let nobody know how to empire. This not be a cosmetic statement. It will be a fact. Let the leader know. So they go sit down and revise and look at who side the division they come on. What thing they bring the divisions? How will be united? Now, just if you talk too against the government no more, then go invoke Section 44 against you of the Cyberbully Act and go put you there first. We advocated for the change of Chapter 5 in the Public Order Act of 1965, which deals with defamation. Okay. But however, they replace them back in the most crude way. Then they go replace them with Section 44 of the Cyberbully Act. That simply means you as a journalist, you have to be very careful. But we can always talk me one foot today, say one foot today.
Okay, plenty. Thank you, Ibrahim Soyi Doumbia, for joining the program. In name na Ibrahim Soyi Doumbia, in the executive director na the League of Democracy Advocates. As today inside the program, we also for talk about ECOWAS Media Summit 2026, assessing the Salon progress in economic, social, and political integration. Plenty. Thank you all for joining the program. Well, now this edition of the program made a show go left for today, Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. Plenty thank you to my producer Theodore Arena and Lucinda Williams for technical support. Jaffa Mans Davis to make una watch you live na Facebook page. And Mina Karifa to contact where they say bye bye.